Hey everybody, I want to come on and tell you about a thought that I had today. And if it blessed me, I just believe that it can bless somebody else. Now, I got this hat on for no particular reason. I just got it and I thought it was such a cute hat, so I just wanted to put it on. No particular reason. So today I had to go and get my license renewed. And in the course of doing that, what I didn't know was I was going to have to take an exam, a written exam, and a driving exam. Now, I was a little perturbed about it because I'm not prepared for it, or I felt that I was not prepared for this particular exam. So I tried to get out of it. I asked to speak to the manager. And at the time, I didn't realize what she had done for me because I was frustrated. So, in the midst of me being frustrated, the manager came and she told me that she could not extend me not having to take the exam because it expired last month. So I explained to her that I had been trying to get appointments, but because of COVID, the time was extended and she apologized. But she did say, "This is what I can do for you." Now, that's one of the things in my time of being a manager or someone's supervisor. I always tell my staff, don't just tell someone no, always give them an option if there's an option available. But I was frustrated at the time and I really didn't care what she said she could do for me because it was not what I wanted. I didn't want to take the exam. So I told her, I tried everything other than begging. So I took the exam, and in the midst of it, I began to um, calm this beast down that could well up on the inside of me at times. And I'm working diligently that when I get frustrated, to take a few steps back to see if it's really worth being frustrated about. I'm trying my best to guard the peace that the Lord has given me inwardly. So I'm not easily frazzled. So when I allow myself to be frazzled, I have to really look at the whole spectrum to see, is it really worth it? And the older I get, I'm finding that it's really not. If I can't change it today, then find the benefit in it. It may be a lesson or something. So that's what I was doing. So I took the exam because I did not want to take the exam frustrated, because chances are I would not have read it like I should have and possibly failed. Well, I passed. I passed the written, and then I was able to take the driving part of the exam today on the same day. I didn't know that that was normally not an option, but she made it an option for me. So at that time, I didn't see it as a benefit, because when it didn't go my way, I was frustrated. So by the time I was given the instruction to go outside, get in my vehicle, get into the line, so I can get with the driving examiner, and for me to take the driving exam. By then, I was okay. My emotions were cool, and I was calm. So as I was in the line to wait my turn for the examiner to come, I was watching this big conduit, the um, triangle shape of the electrical wiring thing, conduit that all the wires connect to, not the pole, but the one that looks like a triangle. In the middle of that triangle was a buzzard. I guess it was a buzzard. For the sake of this story, we're going to call it a buzzard. So it was a buzzard that was just sitting there, and it was raining. It was raining pretty hard, and so it caught my attention, and it never moved. It sat on the very thing that had the possibility to electrocute it, but it sat there very still in the midst of all of this pouring rain, when at any time he could have flew away. He had the choice to fly away. So even when I took the test, parallel parked, and I aced it and drove around, drove like driving Miss Daisy, both hands on the wheel, I came back. He was still there. Now, when I got home, I didn't understand what I saw until I got home and mellowed out, put my little moo on, and chilled out. So, what am I saying? It was befitting for what I chose to do in the midst of not being prepared for an exam and not being able to change it to fit to what I wanted it to be. That's just how life is. We will find ourselves standing in the middle of something or standing on something that has the propensity to electrify us, shock us, and then it starts raining. Even in the midst of all of that, you have a choice. You can choose to keep the spirit of peace. You can choose to lose your mind. You can choose, and I'm not saying that life doesn't hit us, that, we get a little frazzled and that we have to find our center again. But as I watched that buzzard sit on the very thing that could light his little wings on fire, and then the rain could easily put it out, but it might be dead by then. But what am I saying? When you understand who your anchor is, you can go through the most electrifying situations. You can make choices in those situations. You can choose to remember when God brought you out of the last electrifying, rainy, thundering situation that you thought you may lose your mind. And I was reminded how still he was. And so I just want to encourage somebody, stand still and see the salvation of the Lord. Be still and know that he is God. He is the same God who brought you out of the last frustrating situation that you didn't prepare for. Because that's life. Life will always have something that tries to shake us off our square, something that we didn't prepare for. And even after we've done all that we know to do, it still doesn't come out the way that we wanted it to. But if we'll take the time, I promise you, you'll see the little nuggets. Because one of the nuggets for me was I was able to do the exam, the written and the driving exam today. I didn't know it was normally a two-part series to it. So I still was blessed, even in the midst of not being prepared. So now I'm all the way legal, got my stuff done. So be encouraged, be still. Because when you're still, you're able to see his hand at work. When you settle down enough, you're able to see what he did when you weren't prepared. When life looked like it was going to be a tsunami in your life. And then when you be still and know that he is God. What am I saying? Know who your anchor is. We're not our anchor, because we can get frazzled so easily. But he's not frazzled. He knows everything. He knows the beginning from the end. He knows the middle of the story. We don't even know a third of what's going on, but He knows it all. I'm talking about somebody who knows the very hair that's on your head. What? So, I just want to encourage you, be still, sit down, make a choice to be still in the rain. You'll be able to see the nuggets that are there. Have a good day.